All right, guys, how's it going? Listen, I'm sorry I got these on. These are just to reflect the light off the screens, and my eye is in absolute agony since I got back. It was fine in England, but since I got back yesterday, I just think all the monitors and lights and shit, they're just, I don't know. It's not going to change my appearance, is it, guys? That is for sure. I know I've got a face for radio, I know. We're going to talk about Xabi Alonso, all right? And you'd have seen all the reports yesterday about Bayern Munich, you know, making the first move and all that. It's funny that it's the first move because Liverpool have already made a move, you know what I mean? A long time ago. I'm very suspicious about the reporting yesterday from Germany. You know, you've got to think about things like, you know, we're seeing articles saying the world's most in-demand manager. See, fuck. It's about a load of shite. We're not having that. And the reason that, you know, he favours Bayern Munich over Liverpool is because the Liverpool job is too high a risk. If that was true, I don't want a bottle job. If you're not up to it, then that's fine, Xabi, you know what I'm saying? But I don't believe him, guys. I don't. You know, a potential blow to Liverpool. Nah, I'm not having that shit. Listen. Right, Bayern Munich can do what they want. I'm suspicious as fuck about the claims that were put out yesterday. And I tell you what I am also suspicious about, and I agree with this comment that was left on my video yesterday, which I did screenshot, which was by Terrible English. And he said, I think it's strange that we're hearing about Alonso's big release clause all of a sudden. Surely that kind of info should be known from day one. Terrible English, I agree with you. We saw a lot of reference to this yesterday. Previously, we were only hearing about Ruben Amorim's release clause, but now it's a big release clause. Do you know what I mean? Ooh. Listen, guys, whether you like these owners or not, right, I have faith in these owners with this appointment. I do. It's not just John Henry and Tom Werner, you know, some people that watch fucking rounders and stuff like that. This is a decision that will be made collectively regarding the people that matter, including football people at Liverpool Football Club. And I'll tell you right now, as much as my heart is there with, you know, Alonso, and I think he was a good manager and he's, you know, a good up-and-coming manager in his own right, and it's an opinion I had before we even contemplated life after Jurgen, right? I've been watching him, I have, honestly, and I've spoken about it many times. I think he's going to be a good manager, but as much as Ruben Amorim, for me, if we got Ruben Amorim, I backed him, didn't I? Do you know, was he 14, 16, 18 to 1? I backed him at them odds, put 20 quid on it, so I'll be delighted. You know, that's my head, that bet, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is when it comes to football betting, fans tend to bet with the heart instead of the head. Do you know what I mean? And usually if you go to, say, horse racing, you bet with your head instead of your heart. Yeah, so football fans, we're a bit deluded at times, aren't we? You know, oh yeah, I want Xabi, yeah. You know, 4-11, fuck that right off. Or 8-11, whatever. No, it's 4-11, I think. Doesn't matter, he's a very short favourite. But I backed Ruben Amorim as my selection to be the next manager of Liverpool when he was about a 10th or 12th outsider. And since then, he's come crashing down. And then he came down again, which I made a video about last week, I think. Or maybe the week before, I can't remember. Obviously, I've been away. And I think that the second time the odds came down and De Zerbi went out, I think that is because someone's heard something. I think they've, like, not that he's going to be the new manager, but Liverpool, someone within the club, it's someone somewhere trusted has heard, in my opinion, it's between Alonso and Amorim, okay? And that's what I think saw that sudden shortening of the price on him again the second time. Now, Nagelsmann, I think I mentioned this in my morning briefing. Nagelsmann would be what I think would be their third choice. I do think that. And the fourth choice, if all that goes fucking wrong, I can see that being Pep Lijnders. Honestly, I can. And I know some of you will be like, what? But that's just what, you know, people are saying, and it's also what I believe. And he's always been around 10 to 1, and we bet 365, and his odds have come down a little bit, which is bizarre when you consider that he's leaving the club, says he's got no intention, linked with Ajax and blah, blah, blah. I think I said at the beginning that if Liverpool didn't get their, preferred candidate or candidates, then you can imagine them sat there going, so what are we going to do then? What about Pep? Should we have it? And the suggestion was yesterday, watch the video yesterday to Pep Linders. I can't remember what it was titled. I think it said Pep and Klopp or something. I can't remember. The suggestions that he might throw his hat into the ring, but I don't think he needs to. I think the club already know that he would bite their hand off if they offered him the job. So Alonso is the obvious favourite. Ruben Amorim is second favourite. And for me, Nagelsmann would be the third choice. All right, I think I don't want to say it's between them three, because I really think it's between Alonso and Amorim. And I did have a cheeky fiver on Nagelsmann. He was my silly bet. Do you know what I mean? But I never for 1 minute actually thought that he would get that close to it. But I don't know. Anyway, so I don't believe the claims that we're seeing in Germany. And as I always say to you, when you see these reports, you've always got to ask yourself, why am I reading this? Where am I reading this? Where's it come from? Who does it benefit? Right? Who does it benefit? Does it benefit Bayern Munich if everybody thinks they've made an approach? It doesn't benefit them at all. Do you know what I mean? It would benefit maybe Alonso and his agent, especially when other clubs are interested, because it's like, well, you better start fucking, sorting something out, or you better up your ante, you better, improve things a little bit, because Bayern definitely want him, and Xabi Alonso wants it, yeah? So, but the good thing about Liverpool Football Club is, and I'll give this to these owners as well, right? You remember when I went to Boston all them years ago when they first bought the club, and when I was with the, I hired the same company that chauffeur FSG around in Boston, because I'm clever like that, you know what I mean? But I obviously didn't say I was a soccer fan, coming over to do a bit of like digging and that. But in the video, do you remember I uploaded that little clip? And one of the guys said, John Henry is ruthless. Do you remember? It's on here, it's on this channel. And John Henry is ruthless. And I genuinely think that they will not be, I don't want to use the word bullied, because it makes it sound like the Alonso camp are trying to bully us into something. I don't believe that. It's just part of the process. But I think they will look at them reports and not bat a fucking eyelid. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't either. Even if you really want Alonso, you shouldn't. You should just say to yourself, look, I support Liverpool Football Club. This is my club. They will do whatever's right. We're not going to be dictated to by the media, whether that's from an agent or from someone somewhere that wants to get that vibe out. You should just think to look, even if you fucking don't like FSG, all right? Just think to yourself, nah, fuck it. Whether we all like each other. Some of us have families, and the people in the families that get on our tits, right? Or you're maybe not close to, but they're still your family, right? And maybe at the end of the day you work together. I don't know. I'm lucky. I get on all right with everyone in my family, but that's probably because most of them are fucking dead. So there's only a few left. But we are, whether we like it or not, or like each other, as fans, and there's all these divides. Top Reds, I had the Top Reds on here yesterday, running the fucking mouth. We're all on this. Whether we all agree about the owners, whatever, we're all on the same fucking page. Which we all want the best for Liverpool Football Club, and the owners do too. Obviously, they've got different reasons as to why they want the best for Liverpool Football Club to what we have as mere football supporters, right? But we won't be fucking... No, they wouldn't fuck that, man. And I saw them reports from Germany yesterday. They get fucked. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I don't... See, it's already making me feel like Alonso. But this is, I love Alonso. But what I mean is, it's like the world's fucking most demanding manager. Cheer up, silly cunt. We're Liverpool Football Club. You should be fucking chuffed a bit that we're linked with you. You know what I mean? But this is what the media do. They create and incite and confuse. And I wouldn't pay any fucking attention to it whatsoever, right? Now, if Alonso, right, chooses, he doesn't want Liverpool, then fine. Fuck you, all right? That's fine, okay? What I think is happening, this is what I think is happening, right? I'm going to go with this. Now, for the benefit of the newcomers that are not very nice newcomers, right? I want to make something very clear to you from the next part of this video onwards. I'm speculating. I ain't no fucking Twitter ITK. I don't need to be, right? I'm speculating. I'm throwing this out there for discussion, right? This is what I think's happened, right? I think there's been a change behind the scene with the Michael Edwards stuff, right? And the Michael Edwards stuff, I think that brings to the equation, into conversation, right, between the owners and the Alonso camp and Edwards and Amorim, everyone. I think it brings all this in, right? Michael Edwards wants full control, wants more control, don't want to be undermined because he's got his own opinions, right? And he'll have his own opinion about who should be the next manager of Liverpool Football Club, right? Okay? Let's just say, for argument's sake, that Edwards is going along the lines of Amorim, he'd be the one that I would appoint. Right? Let's just say that's it. That vibe, right, that chatter within those circles gets back to the Alonso account, right? So suddenly, from that Michael Edwards stuff, which has been the last major development in all of this, right, whether it happens or not, we'll have to wait and see. There's certainly a greater chance of it happening than not, I think, now. But I don't know, maybe I explained that in my video yesterday. Since the suggestion of Michael Edwards could be interested in coming back to Liverpool, which I think he might prefer Amorim, right? Maybe if he's going by data-driven analysis and research and all that, right, and stats and all that shit, right? That then, if you think about it, if you're the Alonso thing, they're hearing the same fucking things that we're hearing, all right? So all of a sudden, now is your time to move, Liverpool, because Bayern Munich want Alonso. They really do. They've made the first approach and everything. Yeah? In other words, Liverpool, you need to, you know what I mean? Nah, it's a fucking game. It's a game. Whatever the truth is, which I don't know. This is for the spazzes that have just joined today for the very first time. I don't know. How the fuck would I know? Just putting it out there. Don't believe any of it. I think it's all bollocks, to be honest with you. I really do. And if he ends up at Bayern Munich, that don't mean he fucking turned us down. Liverpool, for all you know, right now, FSG might be going, do you know what? Yeah, I think Edwards has got a point. Let's get him back. Let's go with it. You know from the off I said don't rule fucking Amorim out. And do you know what? If you look into... There's a video on here within the last couple of weeks, and I think it's titled You Must Read This or something. You'll spot it if you go back through the videos. You don't need to watch the video, but in the video description there is a link to an article on the BBC about the candidates, and they write up about Ruben Amorim. It's very good. It's very good. So I'm not too concerned about anything. Yeah, I'd love Alonso, but you know what? I wouldn't lose a fucking night's sleep if he didn't get the job and it was given to Amorim. And there are other candidates out there as well. All right? A couple of weeks ago, I was convinced Alonso would get it. Have I changed my opinion? If you'd have asked me a couple of days ago, I'd have said, no, I haven't changed my opinion, despite everything in the media. The only reason my mind's going a little bit like, is because of what might happen with Edwards. That's the only thing. If Edwards was not in the equation at the moment, if it was categorically, no, I'm not coming back, I don't think I'd change my mind. I just got this little feeling that Edwards might favour someone like Amorim. That's all. But I can't back that up. Don't start fucking capsule locking me again today. I can't be doing with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I think. You're entitled to your own opinion. Put it in the video comment section. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? So, is there anything else I want to mention on that part? No. As much as, and for transparency, I don't like the owners, right? Yes, because I said that in a video yesterday, because I'm being fucking honest, right? I got pulled up for that. Well, who should the owners be? I'm quite happy with the owners as they are. I just don't like them. And I said it to you, if you pay fucking attention, right? It's not so much specifically who they are. It's just I'm an old school fan. I prefer the old days. You know, I'm an old man. The chairman, David Moores with his red scarf, people that supported the club since we were a fucking kid and all that. I just don't like the way the top flights get gone with all the fucking money and all that. That's all. Yeah, and I think I even fucking said yesterday, look, there might be better owners, there might be worse owners. I'm not one of these FSG out people. When I say people, I don't mean that in a derogatory term. I just mean like I've got more energy to... Well, I ain't got much fucking energy. Well, I don't know, I had some last week. But what I mean is, I ain't got time for that. Like, these are the owners, whether we like it or not. So what's the point in fucking screaming at each other about it? I just don't fucking like them. All right? I don't like them, and I'm entitled to that opinion. But I'm transparent about that. But even though I don't like them, I would still say I still have actually faith in the ownership right now in terms of the appointment as the next Liverpool manager. I really do. Now, there ain't many people that would say I don't like them, but I have faith in them. Most people say I don't like them, get fucking rid. And I understand why people think that. I do, guys. I do. But let's not. They'll be pulling me up on shit like that. They'll be pulling me up on shit like that. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got fucking time to fucking argue with people that want to focus on things like that. And there was people coming in yesterday going, oh, typical, what was it? Typical FSG. I'm not fucking FSG out. You know? Typical top fucking Reds coming in trying to find something. You know, because it's upset them a little bit. You know what they're like, don't you guys? You know them sort of people. They're the ones with them fucking pronouns and all that, aren't they? You can just tell them top Reds by looking at them, you know what I mean? Not that there's out wrong with that. Listen, I've told you many times, I'm not gay. My boyfriend is, but I'm not, you know what I mean? Try anything once. Ooh. But it's only because I don't like pain, that's all. How did we get onto that? I don't know. Anyway, so there'll be someone now. Yeah, sorry, it's offended me, this video. Well, tough. You have to watch, do you? So that's it. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Are you concerned about? I couldn't give a flying fuck. Even if the reports in Germany were accurate, I couldn't give a fuck. I genuinely couldn't give a fuck. Honestly, because I know there are other leading candidates that I would have absolute faith in taking over the Liverpool job. I think the reports from Germany are part of the process and a part of the game. And I think that those reports exist to put pressure on Liverpool Football Club. Do I know that as a fact? No, I don't. But that's just what I think. All right? So if you want Alonso to be the manager, don't flap about those reports. It's a load of shite. Anyway, I saw Sky Sports News yesterday. Don't think I watch this shit, right? It's just a better background picture than Jeremy fucking Vine right now. It's still paused. I don't watch these fucking idiots. Do you know what I mean? And I saw a report on there yesterday because it was doing the rounds on X, right? And it was, breaking news. Big news from Germany. Big news from Germany. Big news for Liverpool Football Club. Xabi Alonso has been approached by Bayern. Does anyone really believe that? Do you really think that as manager of, I was going to say Werder Bremen, is that what it's on the screen behind me somewhere? No, why did I say that? Bayer Leverkusen. I've got the right club on it. You know what my memory is like. Do you really think he's going to be disrespectful to his own club to go and have a sit down with Bayern Munich? Nonsense. His agent will be doing all sorts of fucking things. But why was it big news? It wasn't big news. It was a claim. If you want to call it a big claim, fine. But these, sensationalist news here, these fuckers, these are the last to know. Never get into a discussion with anyone on the internet in the football community that says, I saw it on Sky Sports News. You just don't fucking do that. These are the last to know, trust me. They're good for access and things like that. But most of the time, it comes from your top journals like Ornstein and Joyce, and then they fucking pick up on it. And all they were doing yesterday was reporting Sky Germany. Big news. Big news in. Ooh, Liverpool must be shitting the pants now. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck it. I couldn't give a fuck, guys. Fuck them. Seriously. That's my defensive side coming on now. Right? Fuck that. The next manager of Liverpool Football Club, I can't wait to see who it is because I just want to get on with the football. And I'm sure you do too. All right? So don't be concerned. It's part of the bollocks. If he goes to Bayern Munich, we'll work out at the time whether he rejected us or whether we said, no, you're all right, we're going for Ruben. If anything, I think you should keep an eye on the Edwards situation because that could dictate a change of direction. From what I heard, whether you want to fucking pay attention to me or not, from what I've heard from day one is that FSG do favour Alonso. Ruben Amorim has always been between those two. We had Hulk Hogan going to Germany. We don't know if that was anything to do with Alonso. It could have been Nagelsmann. But we do know that when Hogan went to Madrid in Spain, that was to do with Ruben Amorim, his representatives or whatever. So we know all that. And the latest suggestion, which I can't say it's true or not at the moment, is that Edwards might have a different opinion to FSG. FSG may, not do, right? Pay fucking attention. FSG may favour Alonso. Edwards may favour Amorim. So they're going to work all that shit out, aren't they? All right? That's it. That'll do for now, I think. Sick of fucking talking about it, to be honest. If you appreciate the video, it doesn't mean you agree with me, please give a thumbs up. It counteracts the top reds and, the not very nice people. Please do that. It's a great way of supporting me. And please leave a comment. Your opinions are far more important than mine. Leave a comment. If you're a clown with your comment, you'll be removed for eternity. It's irreversible. Goodbye. And if you want to get me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks button. Read the video description. There's a newsletter. There's the social media channels. And there's a great list of the people that have supported me so far this year through the super thanks. And if you're not on it and you have done that, you must inform me, okay? So, I think we'll be doing a video about Sporting Direct tonight. I'm feeling a bit hungry. Oh, it is fucking... It's 11:15, like. Another 15 minutes and it's acceptable. Right, guys. I gotta go. Thanks for watching. And if you are new to my channel, I'd love you to hang around. All right, guys. Thank you.